ASMR Gaming News. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to ASMR Gaming News. Please hit that like button, sit back, relax, and let's begin. So, first piece of news is for Apex Legends. For those that don't know, Apex Legends was having some problems when it first launched. It was crashing on PC. PlayStation 4 was having problems, Xbox One as well. Just some glitches and errors with the game. So this past week they released an update to fix some of these problems, and people are reporting that the game actually runs a lot better now. So that's pretty good. And additionally, they decided to add a brand new weapon to the game. I believe it's called Havoc, because the gun wreaks havoc on enemies that it gets used on. So pretty cool name. And I think moving forward, they plan on, releasing new weapons, new guns, and even new characters in the future. So they're going to continue to update the game, and I think that's amazing. They really are putting a lot of time to support this game, so I love what they're doing. And additionally, this is still Apex Legends news. For PlayStation Plus members, you don't need PlayStation Plus subscription to play Apex Legends on PS4. It's a free-to-play game. But if you do have PlayStation Plus, there is a free bundle pack that you can download off the PlayStation Store now, which basically gives you some free cosmetic skins for some, characters, weapons. You get new skins for certain weapons and just small things like that. So that's actually really cool. And I'm happy that, they're giving away free stuff for PlayStation Plus members. Fortnite did the exact same thing a few times, where if you had PlayStation Plus, you got some special exclusive skins, and a glider, things like that. So it seems like Apex Legends is going to try to do the exact same thing, so good on them. Next, we have some Fortnite news, and this is very, very strange as far as Fortnite news goes. Apparently, a festival in the UK was held for Fortnite. It's called Fortnite Live. So it's like a live Fortnite event, kind of like a fair, where they had rides and amusement park stuff. I think they mentioned there was a rock climbing wall, lots of games and things like that. I think it was located in Norwich in the UK, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I am not from there, but would love to visit. Apparently what happened was it cost about £20 to get in. I think is the premium limited pass thing that they had going. There was a standard pass that was £12. Just to do some quick conversion, £12 is about $17, I think, and £20 is about $26. So, a normal price for getting into a special event here in America. If you go to the movies or something like that, you will usually end up spending that amount of money. So a lot of people showed up. I think there were over 2,500 people that came to this festival, and it was a disaster. Apparently it was not endorsed by Epic Games at all. So these people were just using the Fortnite name to attract people to the event, and then all the rides were kind of busted. Lines, people had to wait in lines for 3 hours, and they still didn't get a chance to play or experience some of the special things that they had going on. And lots of people wanted refunds, and it was just a really bad experience for a lot of people. And afterwards, people that attended the event were very frustrated. So they started posting messages on their Facebook, their Twitter about, like, how could Fortnite Live do such a thing? Have their kids waiting in line for hours, and they paid money to attend, and Epic Games, they must be a terrible company, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And Epic Games actually heard about this, and a lot of news outlets started picking up on this event. Kotaku and lots of other game sites started posting articles about it. And get this, Epic Games now has decided to sue the people that held the event. They actually sent lawyers over to the people that were in charge and are actually, moving forward with suing them in the courts. So I'm not sure how the legal system works in the UK, but in America, for the most part, you're not allowed to make money off another, companies. Like IP, copyright, infringement is a serious issue. You can't go to a Coca-Cola festival that's not endorsed by Coca-Cola and then make money. So Epic Games said that because they used the name Fortnite to make money off the event, that when the event went badly, it made their company look bad, and that's the reason why they are suing them now. So kind of a crazy situation, if you ask me. There are some photos from the event, and the people in the photos do not look happy, and yeah, it was pretty crazy. So yes, this happened in the past week. Next, we have some disappointing news for Anthem. Anthem comes out today, or came out today actually, just released. Everyone in the world can buy the game now, and people that got early review copies have already put up their reviews for the game online. IGN, GameSpot, lots of these other, gaming review websites, and the reviews are actually quite poor. A lot of the reviews are giving the game a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10 rating, which, doesn't seem that bad. But for a big, triple A third-party game, this is a big deal. I feel really bad for BioWare. They were expecting this to be a huge success. But yeah, the game came out. A lot of the reviews as of right now are, either average or more on the negative side. A lot of people are complaining about a lot of issues in the game. Apparently, the engine that they used for Anthem was the exact same engine that they used for Mass Effect Andromeda. If any of you remember that game, well, it was a huge failure. People were expecting a great Mass Effect game, and what they got was something really, really insane. The game went extremely cheap just like a month after its release. So yeah, it's just kind of, disappointing for everyone. So I'm sure the community, there's people in the community that love it. Maybe the community will actually make this game popular and people will start playing it. Review scores aren't everything. A lot of great games get low reviews. But yeah, as of right now, a lot of people are disappointed. I've checked some forums, reviews, and stuff like that, and the general opinion is Apex Legends is the better game that EA, has published recently, and that Anthem is just average. So I don't know, that makes me kind of sad because I thought the game looked really cool. So I don't know, maybe in the next week or so more people will pick up the game and maybe their opinions will be more positive. But yeah, a lot of these reviews are extremely low. It's disappointing. And speaking of disappointing news, this is kind of disappointing, kind of happy. It depends on how you see it, but Reggie Fils-Aimé, the president of Nintendo of America, he's been the president for Nintendo of America for a very long time. He's been working at Nintendo for like 15 years or over 15 years. because I believe he was an intern, first. He was working behind the scenes and stuff like that, and then he was appointed, CEO, president of the company, and everyone knows Reggie. He has kind of a meme status among Nintendo fans and the general video game community online. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the "My body is ready" meme that he made popular back in the day. People still quote that to this day. Some fans refer to him as the Reginator, like Reggie and Terminator mixed together. Just a fun nickname for him, but he's been the face of the company, Nintendo of America, for a very long time. So he announced that he is retiring from his position at Nintendo, and a lot of people got really sad about this. Lots and lots of news articles right now where people, are talking about how great he was and all this other stuff. So starting on like April 15th or April 16th, it's one of those days in April, he is planning to retire. He's leaving Nintendo and retiring permanently. Apparently, he wants to spend more time with his family, his wife, his friends, and he just doesn't want to focus on, going to work every day. And you know what? I understand that. Reggie, he was the president of the company for a very long time, and that's a really stressful and tiresome job. Plus, he already probably has a lot of money from working at Nintendo. I'm sure a president position at the company pays very well, so it makes sense that he would want to retire early and, spend time with his family, friends, stuff like that's important. So, yeah, more power to him, I guess. And the person that's going to be the next president of the company is called Doug Bowser. So yeah, literally Bowser is going to be working as the president of Nintendo of America. A guy with a last name like that is really cool. So imagine if, next they get a president called like Mario or something like that. I'm sure there's Marios out there. It's a pretty common name. So I don't know. It's funny to have someone called Bowser work at Nintendo, especially as the president. So they even joked about that. Reggie released a type of goodbye video. It's available on Twitter, on Nintendo's Twitter account, where he basically addresses the fans and, says goodbye and stuff like that. So, you know what? This news made me happy and sad at the same time, because it's sad to see Reggie go. He was a big, face of the company, important part of Nintendo for almost a decade and a half. So, yeah, but I look forward to the future of Nintendo and what they do now. So, people are both excited about this change and slightly sad about Reggie leaving, but they're happy that at least he's going to be happy with his family, so that's great. And speaking of Nintendo, there have been a ton of Nintendo rumors this week, so let's get through some of them, shall we? First, apparently Nintendo is working on some kind of virtual reality headset or VR device, and they're planning to announce it sometime in the future, maybe this year, maybe next year. But yeah, they are working on something. This information was leaked by an insider that has insider knowledge at Nintendo, and yeah, they basically said Nintendo's working on VR technology. And a lot of people are really, curious about this, since in the past Nintendo has been really, mysterious when it comes to VR. They always brushed off the questions about it. In the past, Nintendo has always, dabbled with 3D technology. If I remember correctly, the original GameCube, Luigi's Mansion, was going to be a 3D game, but the GameCube hardware could not correctly display like 3D graphics for like with the 3D glasses at that time. The technology was very advanced, especially for a system that was going to be cheap. So they decided against it, and then Luigi's Mansion came out on the 3DS in 3D. So they finally went around full circle. Before that, Nintendo had the Virtual Boy back in the 90s, which was a complete failure. It's probably the worst selling and most infamous Nintendo device in history. So it seems like Nintendo is revisiting VR now, though. So this is just a rumor, but apparently they are working on something. So I look forward to hearing more news about this soon. And we have more Nintendo news. That was just one part of the rumors. So next, there is a rumor that Nintendo is going to be secretly reviving a dead video game series or project. We do not know what they're working on, what's going to be revived, but according to people that are involved with Nintendo, they discovered some information that Nintendo is in talks to revive an IP that was canceled or dead for some time now. So remember when Platinum Games was working on Scalebound on the Xbox One, and that game was canceled and everybody got disappointed? Well, it seems that maybe, just maybe, Nintendo is in talks with Microsoft to somehow revive that game for the Nintendo Switch. So if they actually do that, that's crazy. But Nintendo, they can do a lot of insane things that people do not see coming. So reviving a dead project or series or a game or something sounds exactly like something they would do. Some people are actually mentioning the Mother series. Mother 3 in particular was a game that was never released in the West. So that was kind of canceled per se. So maybe that game is going to be releasing. But yeah, the internet right now is full of Nintendo fans speculating about what this game could be and what Nintendo is working on, but Nintendo has been silent and there's no official information about it yet. Next, we have yet another piece of news that's a rumor. Well, it's kind of like a leak more than a rumor, but apparently Nintendo and Microsoft have been in talks together. They're developing a relationship for some reason. And yeah, it seems like Xbox is thinking of bringing Xbox Game Pass to the Nintendo Switch, along with other like Xbox apps. So yeah, this is very bizarre. Yeah, it seems like in the future we're going to be getting Xbox Live on the Nintendo Switch, possibly Xbox Game Pass, which is like a service that allows you to have free games, I believe, every month. New games are added to this like Game Pass list. If you're a member, you get to play some games in early access as well, stuff like that. So if you're an Xbox fan, it's definitely something to have. And yeah, that's going to be available in the future, probably on Nintendo Switch. So nothing is confirmed. This is all just rumors and leaks. But it seems very likely that features that are on the Xbox are going to start appearing on the Nintendo Switch in some way, along with other games that are exclusive to Xbox. According to one statement, Xbox is planning on releasing one exclusive indie game on the Nintendo Switch. People are saying that it's probably Ori and the Blind Forest, I believe is the name of the game. Or the sequel, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So, yeah, Ori is a great game, by the way, with music. Music in that game is fantastic. I actually own it on PC. I just haven't gone through the game yet. But Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisp is apparently coming out later this year, but one of those was a, Xbox exclusive, and apparently they're in talks, possibly with some kind of deal, to bring this game over to the Nintendo Switch as well. So that's amazing, and I love that Nintendo and Xbox are starting to have a good relationship together. Sony needs to watch out next console, generation, because if Microsoft and Nintendo partner up, that could be extremely dangerous for Sony. So I'm curious to see how this is going to go. But I absolutely love these rumors, and I hope they actually turn out to be true. Next, we have some nice news for potential PlayStation Plus subscribers. So, if you are on PlayStation 4 and you don't have PlayStation Plus, or maybe you do have it but you need to renew it soon, well, there is a special offer right now where if you buy 12 months of PlayStation Plus, you get Rainbow Six Siege for free. So it's included in the subscription for the 12 months of PlayStation Plus, and it's only available for a limited time. I'm actually really, tempted to buy this because I heard a lot of good things about Rainbow Six Siege, and I do need to renew my PlayStation Plus subscription in a few months. So I think I might just buy this, but yeah, it's a really good deal to get a game and your subscription, so I like that Sony is doing stuff like this. And last piece of news is for the PlayStation Vita, which came out in 2011, I think in Japan, 2012 in America. I'm trying to remember exactly. It's a while ago. All I remember is that I bought my PlayStation Vita in like February when it came out. I believe it was February 22nd. But yeah, I bought it on launch day, and I absolutely love the PlayStation Vita. It was a failure. The system did not sell very well, and Sony completely abandoned the system, so only third parties released games on it. It had a lot of Japanese games, a lot of them really, really cool. So apparently, according to Sony, production for the PlayStation Vita is going to be halting permanently in the next few months. So 2019 is the last year for PlayStation Vita production, so they will not be producing any more systems after this point. Which means if you find a PlayStation Vita in a store, you should probably pick it up because they aren't going to be common, and they might be collectible items sometime in the future. So, especially the original models, I believe, with the OLED screen, those are actually quite expensive in certain areas if you have them new. So yeah, kind of sad to see production ending, but the system or console handheld has been around for a very long time already, so it's time for Sony to move on with new projects. But anyway, that is all the news for this week. I hope you enjoyed this ASMR Gaming News video. If you found it relaxing, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what your favorite piece of news was, and I'll be sure to have a new ASMR Gaming video out very, very soon. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you all next time. So long.